When you hear the words Ethan Allen Furniture, what do they mean to you? If they mean colonial...
This is NBC Nightly News with Tom Brokaw. Sitting in for Tom tonight is Jane Pauley.
Good evening. As we come to the unofficial end of the summer of '91 on this Labor Day weekend, the question is, are we finally pulling out of the recession? Two sets of economic figures were released today, and they were good. Earlier this week, however, numbers came out that weren't so good. NBC's chief financial correspondent Mike Jensen joins us now. Mike, how did...
The apparent death of communism has not changed the routine or the vigilance. This morning, like every other morning, two Air Force at us. Roger O'Neill, NBC News, Denver.
That's Nightly News for this Friday.
We must be ready every day, all the time, to do the right thing if the atomic bomb explodes.
It is almost comical to watch today the duck-and-cover bomb drills of the 1950s. But a generation of Americans cannot simply put aside the infamous, though misinterpreted, threat of Nikita Khrushchev. We will bury you. Barry Simmons remembers.
And it was clear then. It was black and white. The good guys and the bad guys. And it was easy. There were no gray areas. We knew who the bad guys were.
Simmons' class on international relations today became a personal reflection of the Cold War days. For these 18-year-old seniors at Colorado Academy, a riveting session of how frightening those days were.
One of the more powerful memories I can remember from my childhood was crying and sobbing that I couldn't go to sleep because I was afraid Khrushchev was going to blow the world up. Because I was afraid of nuclear war. It was that powerful, it was that profound, and it was that personal. Here's a little boy who's afraid of a leader somewhere who's going to blow him up.
For 40 years, the threat of the bomb shaped our world. It is why most Americans are still cautious about the world. University of Wisconsin professor Dr. Paul Boyer wrote the book, By the Bomb's Early Light.
When you grow up believing that there is one focus of evil in the world, that affects the way you view all world events. And once that focus of evil has suddenly vanished, our whole worldview has sort of gone out of